There's a big difference between consumption and overconsumption. The key is knowing when you have enough. Hey guys, it's Katie Kate on the Homestead. A beautiful day here in the country. Today, I want to talk about frugal living, why it sucks, and how you might be doing it wrong. Frugal living should not be about depriving ourselves of every luxury and indulgence that we enjoy. Rather, it should be about examining our materialism and assessing our consumption, then finding satisfaction in reducing those things. Whether you want to reject consumerism, you're saving up for something, or you're just trying to make ends meet on a modest income in today's day and age, frugal living is something that we have all tried at one time or another to some extent. So why can it suck so bad? The end result, of course, is saving money, but the actual result is not spending money. The two are connected, but they're not the same thing. I think when we try frugal living, we fall into a mindset of deprivation rather than the abundance that we'll have when we aren't spending. Saving money is the result, but not spending is the action. Personally, I find not spending money a very rewarding challenge. Every day that I don't spend any money, I feel like I have been paid, just as if I've gone to work. Every day that I don't spend money is money in my bank. I really don't think it's about depriving ourselves of every luxury that we enjoy. I say work towards acquiring everything that you do enjoy and just know when is enough. I love art. I have spent money in my life accumulating beautiful pieces of art that I enjoy every day. I have a beautiful collection, and I would be very particular in adding anything to it. There's a big difference between consumption and overconsumption. I think we could all afford to take a step back and look at our motivations for things that we desire. What the heck use do I have out here for an expensive designer handbag? Ultimately, something like that is purchased to be appreciated by other people. When you look at it that way, it seems like an awfully big expense just for something that somebody else is going to see. Bones, what do you have? Bones? Is that a bird, Bones? Frugal living can really help us cultivate our resourcefulness, fixing things rather than replacing things. Also, being satisfied and grateful for what we have rather than constantly needing to upgrade and improve. Just like any other addiction, getting over shopping is a lot about mindset. We all know that it's better to be motivated by feeling better than the idea of not smoking, which just reinforces the idea of smoking. If trying to live frugally be motivated by the realization that what we think we need, oftentimes we don't. I have become pretty good with my habits in regards to purchasing things. I often find myself thinking, where am I going to put this? How much joy is this going to bring me? And is it really worth it? I ask myself, is this something that I want to carry around with me for the rest of my life? Or is this something that I will pass on to my kids? Or is it just going to be a bunch of clutter that's going to burden everybody, weigh us all down, and just be a big headache that costs a lot of money? I really never buy anything on impulse, and I have the habit of putting something in my online cart and just leaving it there. You'd be surprised how many items sit in a cart that I forget entirely about, and when I stumble upon them months later, I think, gosh, I really didn't need that. I don't even want it anymore. But back to depriving ourselves. I don't think frugal living is about that. Get what you need. I need equipment. I need art. There are things that I prioritize. The key is knowing when you have enough. You like guitars? Have a few guitars. You don't need 10. And if you do happen upon that item that you feel you just can't live without, what can be cycled out to make space for that item? It's not just about accumulating more and more. It's really about appreciating what you have and seeing frugal living as a very rewarding challenge, the result of which is saving money and unburdening ourselves of the relentless pursuit of material things, because it's empty and it's soul-sucking. Entirely not worth it. Okay guys, well that's it for today. Just thinking about frugal living and all the reasons why I have come to enjoy it so much. Today I actually have to go into town and take money out of the bank because this is one of my annual yearly expenses, and that is firewood. Because my guy is behind this year, I found someone on Facebook selling 10 to 12 cords, roughly a truckload of split wood for $1,000. So technically it is more expensive than I usually pay, but all the work is done. With the 5 cords that I have in the woodshed, hopefully that will get me through this winter. In the immediate, I will save a few $100s, and I will look at restocking my firewood next year. So until next time, happy, healthy living. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, staying kind, and keeping it simple. I'm Katie Kate on the Homestead, and I'll see you later.